Hello, and welcome to this extremely unnecessary playthrough of Elden Ring that I'm recording for you. Kind of as a Let's Play walkthrough. My name is Murk. I used to stream as a VTuber that was watched by nobody, and I just miss talking to the computer while I play video games. So I am gonna make this this Let's Play walkthrough thing of Elden Ring because I cannot stop playing enough Elden Ring lately. This is a couple years after the game released. The Shadow of the Erdtree DLC has been out for a few months now. And let's get to it. I'm just real quickly going to talk about picking a character. You know, if you want to pick your character in the game, you can like hit that button there, the triangle button on the PlayStation, to show the attributes and all that. But the trick is, it doesn't really matter too much because this game is extremely open. You can just pick whatever sounds good to you. If you want to cast magic right away, pick something that has a spell casting. If you don't care about that, then don't pick that. I'm just going to start with the Wretch, though. And I'm not really going to take any time here to set it up. The only thing about this is the keepsake. And the thing about the keepsakes, too, is that, like, none of these are not unobtainable in the game. The only things that are going to be, like, super beneficial is Cracked Pot, because it gives you 3 extra Cracked Pots that you wouldn't have otherwise had in the game. So if you're going to use a lot of items, that's fantastic. But, like, it's not going to really... The Golden Seed's not going to help you too much. Crimson Amber Medallion you can buy later. You can buy the Fanged Imp Ashes later. You can craft some of this stuff. It doesn't matter too much. We'll take the Cracked Pots. Let's go. Also, I've played this game a fair amount, but I'm not like an expert or anything. I just really enjoy it. I could probably skip this, but I'm gonna go ahead and let the movies play just for the hell of it, just for the sake of completion, because that's what this walkthrough is really about. Just going everywhere and picking up all the things.
To be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished.
Hell yeah.
Ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all.
Whenever I watch this intro, I'm just waiting in anticipation for this part to begin.
Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion. The loathsome dung-eater.
The loathsome dung-eater.
And Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing.
Get ears. He had lots of years in that box with him. Makes you think. And then there's you moron, you mook. You're freaking nobody.
Other, whom grace would again bless.
Some dumbass in a loincloth with a club.
A tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring. And become the Elden Lord.
Well, now I hope the entire lore of the game makes perfect sense from this intro movie. Alright, we start off, we get the ring emote. Come over here to see this dud lady. Hey, there's somebody else. It has a jellyfish shield already. Spoilers. You can come back here when you've got stupid equipment. That's a good fit. I'm just gonna play the game and watch people's outfits. Though the path be broken and uncertain, claim your place as Elden Lord. Also, what's with all of the bloodstains? I guess they gave up. So there's nothing to pick up here yet. Like I said, you can return later, and there's a couple of items that you can't get right now. And in the later return, you can also kill this guy. Like, it's technically possible to beat this boss now. Don't worry about it, though. I think the only time I've done that is in New Game Pluses. Is he just, like, there, right there? 2 hits and I'm dead. He does too much damage and you can't heal unless you're playing a class that has a healing spell, and even then, you need the time to heal. But if you do kill him, he drops an ornamental gold sword and an ornamental gold shield, if I remember right. And then you cross a bridge behind him and fall off a cliff. It's very fun. Of course.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on her side. We found her here after all. One of her kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring.
I thought that's what we were all doing here.
Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
Could have sworn someone was talking to me. Alright, so you get your flask of Crimson and Cerulean Tears. Your flasks to heal your hit points and your FP, which I forget what that stands for. probably look that up. There's tutorials that pop up in the game. But you can turn them off, which I have. And I'm just gonna, this is the tutorial area. You can entirely skip it if you don't need it. I run through it just to get the like 500 runes that you get from running through it. And I'm gonna allocate my flask charges because I don't need the FP. If you've never played the game though before, I do recommend going through here and reading the tutorial pop-ups because there might be something you don't know about. Get some row fruits. Like, I think this guy exists to teach you about breaking blocks. Just hit them harder. You can switch your target that you lock onto. Oops. I should lock onto him. Oh, well, I need my runes. Give me. Wasting my damn time. Now I gotta run up this hill. Very rude of him. I feel kind of bad when I play Wretch because I just have to run around with bare feet for a bit until I get some boots. This is where they teach you about stealth. Did you know this game has stealth? You can sneak. Oh, and this is a Stake of America, which is like a checkpoint. If you die, you can respawn there instead of the last grace you were at. Here's a very challenging boss battle, definitely. Yay, we did it! Wow! Okay, let's see. You got like I got almost 600 runes just from doing that, so I can use those right away to buy things. And you get this cool emote. And I'm only a little all covered with blood. So, note these little fog doors. This is just blocked by these imps here. This one needs 2 keys to get in there. Got some co-op tools there. There's a dog barking outside. Hope you enjoy that. Who's ready for a vista? Whoa! Big world!
Oh, yes. Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Hmm? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless.
Aww.
Without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation.
You see that guy down there?
Table hold,
We're not gonna fight him yet.
you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity. Luckily for you, however, there is one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless. Me, Varré.
Varré.
Take care to listen. Are you familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you tarnished. You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times.
As demonstrated here.
Is the guidance of grace, a path that a tarnished must travel. Indeed. Grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you tarnished to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave. Grace's guidance will reveal the path forward, most certainly, to Castle Stormvale, over on the cliff.
There it is.
The home of the decrepit demigod, Godric the Grafted. It's time you set off, I should think, to Castle Stormvale on the cliff, where Grace would guide you, if you seek the Elden Ring, maidenless as you are.
Alright, from here on he will repeat himself, so goodbye, Varré. See you later. And then another co-op tool, the little effigy, and also these little crosses are summoning pools that you just activate for co-op purposes. I don't ever play co-op, but I still want to activate them all. Just, you know, you need them. You need your little things activated. And I need those beast bones also. But yeah, the tree sentinel there is a little bit difficult. And this playthrough is not about being difficult. FromSoft games in this game, like, just had a reputation for being difficult games, but this honestly is like the most easy FromSoft game that I've played. I don't think they've made an easier game than this, just because there's so many tools available at your disposal. You can do anything you want.
You're tarnished. I can see it. And I can also see that you're not after my throat.
You don't know that.
Purchase a little something. I am Kale, purveyor of fine goods. I am of a nomadic people, selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only tarnished like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer. You know, if you can spare the runes, you should buy yourself a crafting kit. A crafting kit allows you to make basic items on your own. Essential, really, if you intend to survive out here for any duration. The kit costs a bundle, and I admit I do take my cut. But the important thing is that you survive. Every customer counts, after all.
I'll take that recommendation. I was gonna do that anyway. We do love to do a crafting. I'm also gonna go ahead and get this torch because I'm gonna need a torch.
I'm glad you've made an excellent...
And now I have a torch. And you can do some simple upgrades to your weapons here, up to, I think, like +3, if you've got the mats. I don't even know what weapon I want to use yet, though. Off into the giant big world. I'm gonna kill these soldiers I run across just because I need equipment. Might get lucky and get them to drop some. They dropped 2 different kinds of bolts, I guess. Those kukris I picked off that corpse. More bolts. Somebody dropped some clothing. I want some pants. Oh, no pants today. That's fine. Who needs pants? I'm gonna just hit this cave real fast. Groveside Cave here. Right about here, from the Church of Elleh. We will get a map soon. These little markers on the map, blank map, are steles. Steels? I actually have no idea how that word's pronounced, but they have maps on them. So if you just mark them, you can know, like, oh, there's a map right there. And here's where we'll need our torch. This is a really small cave. It just has a few wolves in it and then a boss. But it does also have a cracked pot, which we will pick up after we deal with these wolves. Oh. Wolves might deal with me instead. Why does it keep locking onto the wrong one? No. There we go. Don't want to deal with the big one yet. They have quite a bit more hit points than their little friends, so it's better to deal with them when they're alone. Alright, and here's that cracked pot. Got a glowstone, golden rune, some silver fireflies, all sorts of fun stuff. Oh, someone dropped something up there. I bet it's thin beast bones. Ooh. That's it. That's all of Groveside Cave. It's a gorgeous place. This guy seems really intimidating at first, but he's not got a lot of poise, so you can really just like beat him up easily. That sound you hear is when somebody's stance broken, and that means you can crit them. Owie. He also barely hits. Not a hard boss at all. And now we've got the Flamedrake Talisman. That'll give us some fire resistance. Gotta love that. I feel so lame doing this. Oh, you gotta love the fire resistance. No, it's good. It's an easy little stop off. And then you've got this little bit of protection. And unfortunately, we can't do anything with these runes yet. I don't want to go back and spend them, so... We are instead gonna go meet our nice level lady. Maybe someone will drop some clothes on the way. I'm gonna go after the animals just a little bit here and there just to get some crafting mats. It's just handy to have them. I was hoping that one would drop some heavy bones. And that sound you hear right now, that kind of tinkling sound, that's a teardrop scarab. These little guys right here. The red ones like this, the crimson ones, will refill your crimson flasks. There are blue ones that'll refill your cerulean flasks. And then there are other colors which will drop spells, ashes of war, sometimes smithing stones. So it's good to always hunt them down and kill them. They will run away from you and vanish if you let them. Alright, cutscene time.
Greetings,
Hi!
traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina. I offer you an accord. Have you heard of the Finger Maidens? They serve the Two Fingers, offering guidance and aid to the Tarnished. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless. I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erdtree.
Yeah, sure, okay.
Then it's settled. Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength. Ah, another matter. I bequeath to you this ring. Use it to traverse great distances. It will summon a spectral steed named Torrent. Torrent has chosen you. Treat him with respect.
I'll do my best.
Shall I turn your runes to strength? Let my hand rest upon you. For but a moment, share them with me. Your thoughts, your ambitions, the principles you would follow.
Stronger, stronger! No, I'm probably going to do a quality build, so I'll be equal strength and dexterity. But for now, this club just takes strength, and I want more damage. And also more hit points. Okay, I'm going to, first thing, equip... Get rid of that Memory of Grace. Equip that Spectral Seed Whistle. So this is, hotkeys. You hold down the Y or triangle button on your controller, and then you can use the D-pad. Pick what you want. And there I have a horsey. But before I do anything, I'm actually just going to teleport back to the Church of Elleh, because we got to meet another NPC real fast.
This way, Tarnished. May I have a word? A pleasure to meet thee, Tarnished. I am the witch Renna. I'd heard tell of a Tarnished hurtling about atop a spectral steed. And upon looking into the matter, the talk I surmise is of thee. Thou art possessed of the power, no? To call forth a spectral steed named Torrent. Ah, as I had hoped, I was entrusted this for thee by Torrent's former master. 'Tis a bell for calling forth spirits. Summon them with it. From ash and return to the Erdtree, the spirits will obey thine command but briefly, as they recall battles past. Now it is thine, to do with as thou wishest. Forgive mine intrusion, Tarnished. I doubt we shall again meet.
We'll meet again.
Learn well the lands between.
That was my little
How
stage
long
whisper.
will be, I wonder, before the Tarnished tire of obeisance to the 2 fingers.
Bye, witch lady. Also, I will note that whenever you fast travel to this church after getting Torrent, it will immediately become night, so that you can meet her at nighttime. So I'm gonna go ahead and run back, just so I can kill more of these guys and maybe get some clothing. Ah! Oops, too far away. Ah, hat. There you go. Now I have an outfit. Alright, now let's return where we were. So this little camp here is the Gatefront Ruins, and there's a couple notes here. Everything that's got ruins in the name, and also this map icon, has a cellar somewhere with a chest in it that has some kind of treasure. Every single one of them. Sometimes they're hidden. This one also has a lot of soldiers in it though, and I'm very weak and have no armor, so I'm going to just sneak around and clear them out. First we get the Lord Storm's Great Sword. There's another chest carriage down further. Couple soldiers on the way there. Like that one here. I want to be very careful not to alert the guys in the middle because one of them is a knight who's a lot stronger, and one of them has a horn which will call everybody on you. And a flail. Yeah. Alright, circling back around, I'm gonna start taking out the guys on the other side of the road now. The map is right there, but I'm not gonna get it quite yet, because like I said, I want to clear out the guys from the outer edges first. This guy's got some rocks. Thanks for the rocks, buddy. At nighttime, watch out for these bats. They're not here during the day, but at night they will come and aggro you. You can deal with them, but you don't want to deal with them while you're dealing with a soldier. Also, you'll notice that little headstone over there in the left-hand side. That means that you can summon here, which I forgot to equip them, so I should do that. I'll call them up when I'm fighting the knight, but I don't need them before that because they'll just start attacking everybody. Owie, I gotta heal, Bad. No hit me. There's our cellar right there. Gonna wait for that knight to not be there before I backstab that guy. I can just go over here and kill this dog instead. At least I could kill this dog if he wasn't... Whoops! Whoops! I got cocky. Alright, I'm just gonna... Oh, this was the last grace I visited, I guess. Map is very laggy while I'm recording for some reason. Okay. We're gonna just do that loop again real fast. I haven't died doing this ruins in probably about 10 playthroughs, so that's a little embarrassing. I'm just clearing these guys now so they don't come join a fight later, because obviously I don't need these chests again. Okay. What'd you drop for me? More bolts. Yay. At least now I don't have to worry about the bats. Alright, sneak, sneak. Where'd that wolf go? There should be 2 wolves. I only see 1. Shut up, you. Oh, there's the other one right by my ruins. Alright, that's how that should have gone earlier. Okay, I think that knight's far enough away that he won't notice this. Instead of doing a backstab here, I'm just gonna do a charged heavy attack. A little faster. Don't let the guy with the horn see me, although I think there's only 3 of them left now, including the knight. Can finally get that map. Limgrave West map found. Oh, he saw me. Shit. Gonna summon my wolves real fast. A lot of the summons aren't that powerful, but they're very good for distracting foes. Also, that sound is a guard counter, by the way. If you hit somebody's shield and it makes that sound, that means that a powerful attack is incoming. Thank you, boys. Very nice. Very nicely work. Alright, into our nice cellar. And occasionally these cellars do have bosses. Probably maybe like a quarter of the ruins you find. This one not, though. Just a chest. I'm gonna get a new Ash of War, Storm Stomp, and a Whetstone Knife that'll let us put Ashes of War on at Grace's. Ashes of War are just weapon skills, basically. So most of the weapons in the game are customizable. You can put whatever weapon skill on them that you want, as long as you have the weapon skill. And you can also change the affinity of the weapon with more options depending on how many of those Whetstone Knives you found. If that makes sense. It'll make sense later. Alright, before we go, I just want to make sure I pick up my butterflies. Those are very important early on, because I can use them to make fire pots. Okay. And I've got about 3,000 runes here. I'm going to go grab this grace over here, and then I'm going to go warp back to Kale and get some cookbooks. I don't have an immediate pressing need for them. I just want to make sure I have all the cookbooks in case I do need something. But you can check what the cookbooks have before you buy them, so that you don't waste your runes on something you're never going to use.
Wait, well, you're back. There are others of my people who yet survive in these lands. If the mood takes you when you meet one, then offer them some trade, won't you? My people, wanderers all have long been spurned by the grace of gold, which is why we cannot settle, but instead are forced into this pitiful, unceasing journey. But thanks to that, things are not so different for us now, though the Elden Ring is shattered. I think this makes us kindred spirits of sorts. Your people, the Tarnished, and mine. Perhaps you don't need to hear this, but see that no harm comes to my kin. We have a saying, we wanderers, lament not your solitude. Expect no sympathy, no regard, nothing. But
Kind of a lengthy saying.
if anyone dares harm us, show them no mercy. That is our code, so to speak. Just the way we are, deeply unforgiving.
Alright, so he actually has 3 cookbooks for sale, and I can afford to get them all now, so let's do that. He also has 3 cracked pots, but since I picked up those 3 cracked pots at the beginning of the game, I'm not going to worry about them. And if you want a telescope, he has a telescope for sale. I don't have really a use for it, but he has it.
Goodbye,
Okay. Back to where we was. Lake Agheel North. So next we're gonna go meet our friend Bach. I'm also at this point going to avoid combat with the kite and sellswords just because they do a lot of damage. I don't.
Oi! You there. Could you help us out, Cully? You?
That's right, he was a bush.
What'd you go and do that for? Oh, yes. I remember. Some clod turned me into a tree. You were just breaking the spell, weren't you? Thank you. The name's Bok.
Hi, Bach.
I was pushed out of the cave. Told not to come back. Not ever. Then I ended up as a tree. Lucky you came along, really. Oh, what a shame. When they threw me out of the cave, they took everything I owned. And so this is all I have to express my thanks. I hope you can forgive me. Or, well, if you can afford to wait for a while, I could sneak back into the cave and bring back something of actual value. Then I'd be of some real use to you, I reckon. Right, but I'll need a moment. I'm frightened of them, so I have to gather myself. My knees start knocking, just thinking about that god-awful cave on the shore.
Cave on the shore, right? Got it. Check. Oh yeah, I didn't actually show you the map. Here's the map! The area that we're going to be in just to start is this, Lake Agheel area right here. But we will be going to that cave on the shore over here in a little bit. First, though, I'm going to go steal a cookbook from those kite and sellswords. Just roughly here-ish. I'm just going to hop in and grab it and run away, because like I said, they're tough for me right now. More butterflies while we're here, and I think that's the only thing in the camp, so see you later, guys. Ooh, a budding horn. I just wanted beast bones. So you remember I told you about the teardrop scarabs that drop ashes of war? Here's one. Right in front of this bridge here. Stop it. Bad. Oh, good. Another hat. That's great. And while you're in the general world, too, the big world map, you will restore your flasks from killing enemies. Usually by the time you've killed an entire group, they'll come back. So, don't be afraid to use them. Okay, these trolls here are pulling a carriage that has a chest on it, just like those ones back at that ruins. And I want to rob it. So to rob it, I have to get the chest carriage to stop moving. So I'm just gonna go over and tap a troll in the leg. And he'll go, hey, what the fuck was that? I could go over here and grab the chest. Got a great axe, and now I'm running the hell away. Oh yeah, there's another ruins up here that we want to check out real fast. This one actually has a boss fight in it. So these are the Waypoint Ruins. These little flowers here and the big flower, all poisonous, so don't stick around too long. But we just need to go in here. And here our boss. They'll always like show you when there's a boss fight with the walls in the ruins. That is, legacy dungeons. They do you know, legacy shit. So you see how helpful the summons are? They're just keeping him distracted over there while I throw fire pots at him. Alright. He doesn't drop anything, although sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I do get this waypoint, which is not normal in the ruins. This is a special ruins that has an NPC in it. Hello, Sorceress Sellen.
Tarnished, are we? No wonder you should turn up here. I am Sellen, a sorcerer, quite plainly. Why are you here? Ah, a yen for glintstone sorceries.
Part of this walkthrough is I just want to do all of the NPC quests and stuff, so even though I don't intend to be using magic, I'm going to be on her apprentice.
But one must choose one's masters wisely. I was exiled from the Academy of Rea Lucaria as a reviled, apostate witch. Do you still wish to learn from me?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Well, you are a piece of work.
Yeah, a real piece of
Very
work,
well.
Tarnished.
You are now my protege in glintstone sorcery. But I refuse to coddle or cast kind words. Never. Anticipate grievances, young apprentice.
She's actually pretty nice. But she gets us an emote too. Nod and thought. Okay. Oh, and actually this game immediately made a liar of me too, because I said every ruin has a chest with treasure in it. This is like the one exception in the entire game. Unless there's a hidden wall in here I don't know about. Oh, and also this is the base game too. They do different things with the ruins in the DLC. Alright, let's go meet another NPC. We're just meeting everybody. It's a hopping area. Oh, first let's stop by this graveyard though. You can see these on the map. Oop, not here. But you can see these on the map when you have the map. And they always have a bunch of little hard runes. Occasionally they'll have other items, but usually it's just runes. So it's worth going in and just looting them real fast. There's Mistwood over there. I don't want to go over there quite yet. We are going to go meet Yura instead. Oh, and on the way I will grab this other teardrop scarab, but be warned, this one is south part of Agheel Lake here. There's a couple crabs, large crabs that pop out of the ground when you go for them. So just be prepared to run away very fast. I think this is meat or something. Yeah, sliver of meat. Oh, and I should get the grace too. Is This way. That way. Okay, now we go talk to Yura.
You must be the new Tarnished. You do well to steer clear of Agheel Lake, fledgling. Dragon roosts there, and it's as
He has one of my favorite hats in the game, and you do get it later, but it's a while.
Unless you're mad, or wish to be burned alive, stay clear of the lake.
Don't be a fool. What's that? Stay clear of the lake, you said? No, I'm not gonna fight the dragon yet, but I am gonna go to the Dragonburnt Ruins, which are right here. So I don't know if you guys have played Dark Souls games. You know, they have some chests are mimics that will bite your head off when you open them. Elden Ring does not have those. Spoiler right now, they just do not exist in this game. You don't have to worry about that ever when you open a chest. What you do have to worry about are trapped chests. These are chests that will transport you to another location, and then you will not be able to teleport again until you've rested at another grace. And you probably guessed that I'm mentioning this for a reason. Whoops, I'm dead. I get so distracted talking. I'm not giving these dogs the proper attention they're due. These fluffy, fluffy dogs. Go get my runes back from the fluffy, fluffy dogs. Okay, so the cellar here. Yeah, go ahead and chase me in here, dummy. No, he just left. Do not get killed by rats. That would be so embarrassing. Right after getting killed by dogs. My revenge! Those guys don't even have weapons. Okay, rat's dead. So, there's a beautiful chest right here, and you will notice, it's got some messages in front of it. I wonder what they say. No trap ahead. That's a lie. Yeah, it's a decoy chest. There's another cellar elsewhere in the ruins, but that one is trapped and it will take you to a very bad place. If you want to go have a nice challenge, you will pick up a couple items along the way. Help yourself, but I'm not going to be doing that this playthrough. It goes to a dungeon we will go through in a while later. The actual cellar that has a real treasure chest that's not trapped, you need the horse to get to. So you want to call Torrent. And it's just, you gotta jump over these walls. Wow, another cellar. Whoa. And there you get the twin blade, which that's a great little dex weapon if you're playing a dexterity character. Okay. Next, we're gonna head over to this little campment on the southern edge. The little encampment right over here. Actually, first let's stop by the Demi-Humans real fast. There is also another grace right over here that I'm gonna pick up real fast. It's kind of tucked away here at the back. So there's a bunch of soldiers and demi-humans fighting around here, and if you go further in, there's a sort of a demi-human camp. I want to say they don't have any structures, so it's not really much of a camp. But a bunch of demi-humans live down here. So we're gonna go pay them a visit and steal something off the ground from them. I'm not even gonna waste time fighting them. Run right past. But there it is, right on this rock. Large club. And also an arteria leaf. Arteria leaves are special crafting items. There's a few kinds of crafting items in the game that don't respawn. Like most things, like a freaking row of fruit or an herba, every single time you reload an area, it'll be there again. Arteria leaves do not do that. They're one of a few that don't. I killed my marker, right? Okay, good. This camp is a little challenging if you try to get in it from the front. Let's get these guys real fast. Maybe we'll get lucky and he'll drop the crossbow. Ow, rude. There's a jail up there that we'll deal with later. Don't worry about that now. Standing there with those centipede guys, like, what the fuck are those glowing eye dudes? Don't worry about it. We're gonna use this spirit spring. Now, spirit springs are something that only you can use while you're on Torrent, but they'll leap you like you saw high in the air. You can also use them to go back down safely without dying to fall damage. And it also takes us to this astrolabe on the cliffside, which has a starlight shards in front of it. These are throughout the land. They always have a starlight shard in front of them. No. Before I get back on the horse, let's take out these soldiers. The club is a very funny weapon. I really like just whacking a guy repeatedly. Like he's a pinata. You see there's an item over on that corpse next to this old aristocrat. Those guys cast Glintstone Pebble at you. So we got the Royal House Scroll. We can give that to Sellen later. She will teach us some new spells from it for money. We're probably not gonna spend. Cast Glintstone Pebble at me, dick. this guy bucks up his horn, we gotta sprint for him. Yep, there he goes. There's a couple of Kaiden sellswords up front that I do not want the attention of. Ah, I got shoes! I got the crappiest shoes in the game. Hell yeah. Look at this. I got an outfit now. I got a hat. I got shoes. What more do you need? Alright, I'm just gonna sneak up here. There's a chest I want to grab. Oh, he saw me. Ow. Fine. Goodbye. Okay. Lose these guys and then we can teleport back over to the Church of Elleh and spend these runes.
This tiny golden aura is the grace of the Erdtree. This light once shone in the eyes of your tarnished brethren, but now it is all that guides you. Or so I hear. You can see them, can't you? The rays of grace that guide you through your burden.
What a good outfit.
Upon the cliff in Castle Stormvale is a shard bearer, a demigod, who inherited a fragment of the shattered Elden Ring. If the rays of grace signal the castle, then the Elden Ring beckons you. As an ally by pact, I pray that you are fit to face the challenge presented by the ring.
There's no one more fit than me. Just look at me. I'm so fit.
Shall I turn your runes to strength? Let my hand
Normally when you level up, she's not here saying this, by the way.
for but a moment.
It's just if you happen to be talking to her.
Share them with me. Your thoughts.
Okay, I want
Your
more
ambitions,
vigor. And
the
I want
principles
more
you will
strength.
follow.
And more strength. Actually, maybe more endurance. Yeah, let's do more endurance. Okay, and then I'm going to save the rest of those runes because I need to buy something from another merchant. So next we are going right down here to this cliffside. Just whoop along there. There's going to be a troll that I'm just going to run by along the way. I should probably kill a bird, though. Here. I didn't drop anything. We'll kill another bird later. Alright, you see those little, he tried. That was from the troll up there. Yeah, missed me. This is an invisible teardrop scarab. So, unlike other teardrop scarabs, they won't run away from you, and disappear. Because they're already disappeared. So you just have to wait in the path. They follow a set path. You just wait and hit them when they get close to you. And it can take a bit. If you have like an AoE spell, that's best. Or you can just get lucky like I just did. And that works. That is a land octopus. We want to avoid that for now. There's an easy way to deal with them, but I'm just a little weak little thing. What, you guys want to fight? You want to fight, huh? Okay, and then the next merchant we're looking for is right over here. Underneath this ruin piece.
What do you need? I don't want any trouble.
And he has, for me, a bow. Which I'm gonna need. And he also has this cookbook too, which has fire arrows. And more importantly, he has neutralizing bullets, which cure poison. So we want those. For sure.
All done? Well, be on.
Oh, and I didn't actually get any feathers yet. You can craft arrows without feathers, they just don't go as far. But it's not urgent, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Find some birds elsewhere. Alright, where were those demi-humans? There they are. The entrance to the cave is a little tricky to find, but just remember it's right by the demi-humans. This is Coastal Cave. We will need our torch in here for sure.
What are you doing here?
Somebody beat up Bach.
You must leave this place at once. They'll rush in and beat you to a pulp. You'll end up just like me.
I'm not afraid of no demi-humans. This cave is very small and not difficult. It's mostly just a check to see if you've got a light source. Because it's a lot harder. Like, if you can't see anything, of course, it's much harder. Bring a torch? Not an issue. Oh, look, I made things brighter. Do the big guy first. Hey! Don't poke me. This is a very good early cave because the enemies are very easy. Got a land octopus ovary. We love it. Oh, this is the boss room right here. Like I said, they don't always have a fog door in front of them in the legacy dungeons, which this isn't really a legacy dungeon. This is just a little cave area, but still. And it also has an NPC summon here, Old Knight Istvan. We're gonna go ahead and summon him. Man, these early game dungeons are so short. Like, oh, you killed 5 guys. Here's a freaking, here's a boss right now. Here's the boss room. Okay. And we got Old Knight Istvan. Alright, and our summon thing shows up, so we can summon our wolves. And now we can kick ass. Whoop. Those are the real bosses, is the big chiefs. There's 2 of them. But if you don't go to the back of the cave, one won't show up for a while. But that's why it's not a bad idea to summon Istvan, so that it's less 2-on-1. There he is. There's our guy. I'm standing back while my stamina recovers. It's a very messy fight. And you do have iframes while you're critting somebody, so don't be afraid to do that in the middle of a fight. Thank you, Istvan. The wolves are still busy over there beating up this one poor goblin. Sorry, Demi-Human. I like the detail that they start cowering from you when you kill their chiefs. So normally, you know, cave's over. I didn't talk about when we were in the last dungeon, by the way, but at the end of every boss fight, there's one of these little pillars of light that you can use to just return to the entrance, which is very necessary for some of them later. But this time, we're actually going to run through. A few dungeons in the game have a back out that take you someplace new. And there are a couple of demi-humans along the way. But then you'll start to see some grass. And ta-da! We've emerged on an island that we were not accessible to. Couldn't get to on the other side of the beach. And this is the Church of Dragon Communion. You can go right up here, talk to the red flame, and if you have dragon hearts, you can get dragon spells. And these are good if you're doing like an arcane faith build, but pretty much no other time. But some of them can be pretty powerful. Like there's some that are just do big status effect areas. We're not going to be doing an arcane though, so don't have to worry about that. There are also on this island orbs for great dragonfly heads, which is what you use to make neutralizing boluses. If I can remember where. Oh, there. Hiding in this little grove here. Oh, I made a ram mad. Okay, let's go to our first catacombs. Wait, no, I have to kill a bird first. Let's go kill a bird, and then we'll go to our first catacombs. Ah, he didn't drop anything either. Damn it. I just want, like, one bird feather. Alright, one more try, and then we'll just give up and have arrows that don't fly as far. There they go. Okay, we'll just have normal arrows, that's fine. So the catacomb that we're going to is hidden right up here. Okay. Sorry, Kale. Didn't mean to do that. I hope someday I find armor that actually covers my underpants. Oops, I went around wrong. Drop some feathers. Oh, an egg. That's a pretty rare crafting ingredient, but I wanted feathers. Oh yeah, let's talk real quick about these guys. You see that statue up there? Let me get up there and demonstrate. You see these throughout the world, and you can go up and activate them. Feathers. Yes! Feathers! Okay. You can go up and activate them. A little blue light will come out of them while it says Guide and Gatekeeper for those returning to the roots. This, of course, means the dead. They return to the roots of the Erdtree. I think there's a specter somewhere that tells you this. And, they will point at locations of catacombs. This is helpful because some of them are very hidden. This one is not so hidden. This one is just like, are you looking at the world map? Are you checking the world map? Are you looking at places? So here we are at Stormfoot Catacombs. We can craft some arrows now. I only have enough bones to craft 20 of them, but that's all we need. We need 2 of them, I think, here. Go ahead and equip my bow. I wonder if I can equip that shield. I need 16 strength. I don't have that yet. I think I can get another level up here before I go in, though. Melina.
Me? I'm searching for my purpose, given to me by my mother inside the Erdtree long ago.
Melina really doesn't talk to you very much in the game. There's some churches that if you sit at the grace in them, she'll give you Marika's words.
I've acted the Finger Maiden.
But these early on, it's just like, yeah, we're giving a little bit of story here.
My purpose
While I talk over it.
was long ago lost.
That's it.
Shall I turn the runes to strength?
Every time I level up, she's here.
Rest upon you. For but a moment, share them with me. Your thoughts, your ambitions.
It's real cringe, Melina. It's real cringe. Here's the Spectre, too. You find these guys throughout the world. These are just ghosts that have some little bit of thing to tell you. Like, maybe it's a hint to how to solve a puzzle, or just a little bit of lore. Like, this guy's given lore. A proper death means returning to the Erdtree. Oops. I skipped through it. Have patience until the time comes and the roots call to you. And the witch Renna mentioned this, too, when she gives you the ashes. She says these are ashes that have not yet returned to the Erdtree. So, not vitally important, just a little bit of lore. Now, this guy thinks he's sneaky. If you have a shield, it makes it much easier to deal with these guys. I just haven't found one I can use yet. I got some root resin. Catacombs, you find a lot of spirit ashes in them, and you find stuff that you will eventually be able to use to level up spirit ashes, which are glovewort flowers is what they're called. There's one right there. Grave Glovewort 1. Don't really need the torch here. Where is that other guy? Drop down. Drop down so I can kill you, coward. Oh well. What is this samurai doing? You'll notice there's a imp hiding right up here. Sneaky little guy. I should make some more fire pots while we're here. Okay, so catacombs do have traps. This is one kind of trap they have, and this is why I needed a bow. You can also just like throw a dagger or whatever if it reaches long enough, but it helps to be able to do the aiming. And those should remain in the position they're in when you die too, so if I die and have to come back, I won't have to do it again. I feel like they changed that since the game launched too, because I kind of remember having to do that like every single time I died in this place. But they don't do that now. This is a very obvious trap. And if I remember right, the item over there is not that good. It's, let's see. Smoldering butterflies, which I probably could honestly use more of. And a ghost glovewort one. But you know, I think I'll just pass. I can always come back later when I have more hit points, but there's like 5 imps that are gonna bum rush me when I run in there. Oh, and I mentioned too that some crafting mats don't come back. The gloveworts are definitely an example of that. And I forgot to mention them because they're not really a crafting mat, they're a bolstering material. But they're still flowers you pick off the ground that you will never see again. It must take a long time to grow or something. So the lever we need to open the door, which is the primary function of every catacomb in the game. There's a big door with a boss behind it and a lever somewhere to open it. It's down there. But we're gonna go in here first. Because we do want what's in here. Glovewort and the Wandering Noble Ashes. Another little summon ash we can use. They're very bad, but if you watch German play the game, then you know they're good. Do not fool me, sir. There's my lever. Also, if you watch German play the game, what the fuck are you doing watching this? I don't think anybody should probably be watching my playthrough of this. I'm like making up a person that is my audience of somebody who's never played Elden Ring before and wants to know all about everything. Our boss here is our first Erdtree Burial Watchdog. These guys can really suck, but they're not so bad if they're alone. There is a very sneaky trick to dealing with them later when we do have to fight them when they're not alone, though. Whoa. Oh, I'm out of stamina, I'm out of stamina. Thank you, wolves. And the Noble Sorcerer Ashes. Very ash-friendly friendly dungeon. So that was our first catacombs. Very exciting. And get a few more levels, so I'm gonna go ahead and get those now. We can finally level up without talking to Melina first. Now there's another beach over here too that is a little tricky to get into. But it's got some good stuff, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick those up while we're here. While I go over there to Seaside Ruins, Grace. This beach is very far from the ground here. Actually, you might be able to drop down, but I don't know. We don't need to worry about that because there's a spirit spring right over here on the south side. You can kind of see it. There. You can also see the messages pointing right at it, like, oh, it's over here. The winds will safely lower you down. And out on this beach, we have our first Alabaster Lord of the game. These are some alien guys that use gravity magic. They seem very intimidating, but really, they're not that bad. And this one in particular drops an Ash of War Gravitas. And this is a magic Ash of War, which is really good if you're doing a magic build and you want to just focus on intelligence as your stat. You can use that on a weapon and it will scale primarily with intelligence. So that's very great early a game. Magic Ash of War to get. There will be an NPC that sells a few more of those in a little bit, but we're not quite there yet. Now you might hear some screaming. Don't worry about it. No, you've seen the guys up on crosses throughout the game. At nighttime they just scream. It's just a little screaming in agony. This is the stranded graveyard area that we started in. The tutorial area is right over there. And there's just a Haligdrake Talisman. So if you notice that when you started the game and you're like, how the hell do I get to that? It's through this beach here. Now let us go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to avoid this part of the lake because this is where the dragon drops in and I'm not quite ready to fight him yet. So instead I'm just going to come up here and we're going to hit this spot and then we're going to go up and hit this river and all the stuff that's in this river. So let's teleport out of here so we can stop hearing these screams. Alright, we are in. So, just a note on the map, when you see these, like, holes, generally that means it's a mining tunnel. So you can find a lot of materials to upgrade your weapons in them. But they are dark, so you need a light. And let me show you a trick, too. It's very consistent with all of them, because all of these little dungeons are very, cookie cutter. But if there's ever not a lift, or honestly, even if there is a lift, you should always just do this. Climb down this way. Start on the left, there's a ledge. Sometimes there's tunnels with things in them. Like here. Nice golden rune. They hide a lot of goodies this way. On the outside lift paths, so it's always a good idea to take them. But here we are in Limgrave tunnels. This is where we can get a lot of smithing stone ones. Which I still don't know what weapon I'm using, so I'm not going to waste anything upgrading. But I will figure out eventually what weapon I'm going to get. And it's not that vital right now because, you know, I'm not having too much trouble killing things. These miners are in all the mining tunnels, and these guys will not aggro you or pay any attention to you unless you steal their rock. Then they will be like, what the fuck? I was mining that. So you can just walk up and backstab them before they even get up. There are, of course, some that are wandering around and those guys will attack you, but... If you see a man just mining a smithing stone, simply backstab him and take his stone. They also have a very high hardness level, which is a hidden stat in the game. So that means that, like, unless you have a nice heavy weapon, your weapon will just bounce off of them. And it's a little annoying to deal with that. So backstabbing them is a good way to deal it. Oh, there's rats here. No, there's not. There is another lift. I'm gonna do the same thing and just go down the side here. I don't think there's anything on these ones though. But there is, you will note, a hidden path right over there. And this one you do need to be on the lift to jump over to it. We can't reach it from over here. But that's okay because there's stuff down here we're gonna get first. Some large glintstone scraps. There's another dog and a miner over here. And behind this little shed is a smithing stone. Alright, and that's all that's down here, so we're gonna go back up on our lift and jump onto that platform that was hidden in the middle there. Whenever you can get around to the back of these guys and backstab them, that's really just the easiest way to deal with them. There's two of these guys here, though, so watch out. Remember what I said about iframes? Well, never mind. I got a little exploded. Luckily, there's a Stake of America right outside the door here. So what have I died? 3 times already this this playthrough? We should keep track of that. And there was the other guy right over here, yeah. These ones really don't want you to get to their backside. Glintstone scraps here. And another lift. This is a kind of a complicated dungeon for the beginning area, considering everything else that we've been through already. This goes very deep into the bowels of the earth. Well, not the earth, yes. We do get our first Somber Smithing Stone one, though, which is those upgrade special weapons. Rock. And a boss. In this boss we have this Stonedigger troll. Trolls really aren't that tough. You just kind of gotta aim for their leg and knock them down. Stuck on my dogs more than anything, and they're just getting murdered. There, we knocked him down. Gotta protect my wolves. I don't know where he's going. Jumping heavy attacks, by the way, are how I've been knocking down all of these things so quickly. They actually cost less stamina than a heavy attack on the ground, and they just do a ton of poise damage. Okay, so he dropped us the Roar Medallion, and now we can just simply use this to climb back out. Unfortunately, I'm gonna need to go back down the ladder to get to the Grace, though. I can spend these runes. One of the more annoying parts of dungeon design in this game for me. When you have to go down a ladder to get to a Grace. Should start. Wow, I got a lot of runes from that. Should start putting points in dexterity, because even though it doesn't benefit my current weapon, I do want a weapon that's going to be using both. And like, the reason I haven't switched weapons yet is that every weapon I've found, I'm pretty sure I don't even have the stats to hold. Oh, I can technically use the Lordsworn's Greatsword now, so I'll do that. Waha! I don't know, do I really want this? It's fine for starting, I guess. Let's see, 162. Let's see if I change it to quality, if I can get more. Definitely not. So I'll put some points in dexterity and then I'll do that. Sorry about the dogs. Really going nuts out there. How embarrassing. So next we're gonna head up to that little river. And before we get into anywhere in there, we're going to have an invader, and we're going to continue Yura's quest line a bit. Oh, but first things first, we're gonna get attacked by skeletons, so let's deal with these guys. Skeletons in this game will get back up if you don't hit them when they're down again. They'll reconstitute themselves. Alright, I might go back to my club. This is heavier than I want this playthrough. I've been playing with a lot of heavy weapons in my other playthroughs, and I'm just kind of bored of it. I want something light and fast, and I just don't have the dexterity for anything like that yet. No kidding me. So he's reconstituting himself if I don't get him right now. My invader's just up ahead. And one thing about invasions that you should know is that they will kick you right off your horse. Like, you can just be happily riding Torrent along, and then whoops, no more Torrent. And that's always your sign that an invader is coming. And this is an NPC invader. You can't be invaded by players unless you've summoned other players. So Yura will join us in this fight. I just need to keep alive until he does. I can do a little damage to the guy that helps, but I don't want to risk myself here. He does have a ranged attack too, so watch out for that. But now we see Yura is being summoned over there, so we're just going to lead Nerijus over to him. And then we can double team him. And he drops Reduvia for us, which is a little arcane dagger, if I remember right. Yeah, scales with arcane and dex. And then after that, you will find Yura, just if you continue up the path here.
Fought Nerijus and lived. You must have seen your share of battle. I am Yura, as you might recall. Hunter of bloody fingers, tarnished, held in thrall by cessblood. Zealots, who stalk their own, who stay the path. You are certain to face more of them. Just remember, no kinship with their ilk remains. Their madness precludes it. Don't let your emotions stay your blade.
You're getting a little emotional yourself there, Yura.
Perhaps we will meet again. If fate permits.
Yeah.
Be on your way. Perhaps
Okay, yeah. Hey, where's my horse? Thank you. So that invasion happens right in front of a cave, which makes the cave a little easy to miss, but it's right here, Murkwater Cave. Named for the river that we're in, the beautiful Murkwater River. And I did get enough runes in that fight that I can level up. Earlier the game is so fun because it's like, oh, I can level up all the time. I'm constantly getting stronger. I should get more endurance, actually. This is another very dinky little cave. There's almost nothing to it. Right away when you're entering, you will notice that these bushes actually mask some bells, so they're very easy to run into, but if you hit them, you will suddenly have like 8 of these guys on you. And it's doable. They're not that hard, but it's a little annoying. So I would just not step in the bell. Gloves! The gloves are gonna put me in medium load, but that's fine. That's where I live. I've never really played a light load because I like having armor. Ooh, short sword, short sword. I can do a short sword. It's quite a bit weaker than the dagger, but my dexterity is still low. Okay, I will continue to level up dexterity, and eventually I'll be able to switch weapons. Yeah, that chest contained 5 mushrooms, that's correct. Very valuable chest. Very valuable cave. This is a very unusual boss room because you'll find, hey, there's no boss. There's just this chest over here. But there's clothing, finally. Thank you for the clothes, Patches. Ow. I don't want to die to Patches. That I would never live that down. Stop spitting at me, weirdo. See, he rolled away from my backstab just there. That was... Okay. At 50%, he will surrender. So if you stop killing him, the fight will end. And you get an emote for it.
Come round, have you? I knew you would. You're a lady of reason, through and through. Well, what do you know? You're tarnished like me. Now, how did I get that wrong? I took you for a demi-human or some such.
That's the mask. You know, it's hard to tell. I don't blame you. My face was covered.
Now we're squared up. How about we play nice from now on? A true lady of reason. Just what I like about
We could never stay mad at Patches, our good old friend.
Untethered. Tarnished like you, only free-spirited. Nomadic, you might say. Only for now, those retired soldiers turned bandits. And they're paying for my gruel. In exchange for my, well, showing them the ropes. But honestly, this looting racket is bloody terrifying. Frankly, I'm ready to wash my hands clean. Maybe set up a legitimate shop. So don't be a stranger. I'll be ready to wheel and deal.
So if somebody's watching this and they're not that familiar with FromSoft games, Patches shows up in almost all of them. He's in all of the Dark Souls. He is in Bloodborne. He's just generally a lovable antagonist that loves to push you over cliffs. One of his favorite pastimes.
I'll be ready to wheel and deal come next time.
He does have a cookbook in his shop that doesn't really have anything I'm super interested in, but I might just pick it up anyway. Yeah, I'd rather spend the runes on leveling up. But he does have it. He also has Margit's Shackle, which does cost like a hefty 5,000 runes, but it can be helpful in an upcoming boss fight. But I'm not going to worry about that either, because by the time we see Margit, we're going to be so over-leveled for that fight. That's the secret about Elden Ring, is if you fully explore the game, you are going to have more than enough to face anything you run across. So I've got one level up here. I'm going to put that in Dexterity. Probably going to get Dexterity on par with Strength, and then I'll see if I can switch up weapons. Although I still really don't know what I want to use yet. I just want to use something fast. I kind of like this little club. It's kind of fun. Just ooh, whack, whack, whack. Alright, where to next? Next there is a catacomb up this river further. Oops, why did I use that? I don't remember. That's what I wanted to do. We're gonna wrap this up with this catacomb though. Another marker that there's a catacomb nearby is these jellyfishes. They're usually a good signal that there is a catacomb nearby for whatever reason. Poison blooms in front of the catacomb. Going. And it's hidden right over here in this corner. And this is a pretty small little one. Really get a shield. We get some grave gloveworts. So you'll notice this big suspicious square on the ground. Hey, is it a trap? So you can use it to kill the imps if you don't die to them first. Forgot about that third imp. Okay, so we have imp number 1, imp number 2, and imp number 3. Falls down after you go down the steps a little. Anyway, as I was saying, the suspicious little square is a trap. So I'm gonna get these imps to come down in front of it. And then just stand to the side where they did not come down in front of it. Hey you, come closer. Stop hitting me! I'm trying to freaking record a video here. There, that's what you want. Oh, now there's a weapon I could use. Well, when I get the dexterity for it, that would be a good one. Alright, same thing down here. I want to get these guys in front of the trap. Wait for it to come back. Oh, never mind. Did I I miss the lever back there? Oh, I forgot to pull it. Do over. Let's just redo over. Tired of these freaking imps, man. They're so much easier to deal with when you have a shield. Oh, hey, there he is. He's right there in the corner. Alright, I need to not die here because my runes are in the other room. Whoa. Okay, I think I can get one more. Very handy trap. That's what I thought. Isn't there a third one? Alright, and a Ghost Club or one. Do I have 2 flasks? 1 flask? Okay, I'll just not get hit. That's easy. This guy's not too tough. Brave Warden, Duelist, boss. He does hit really hard if he hits you, but he telegraphs his moves pretty good. And he's just being stun locked by my wolves, which helps. Thank you, wolves. Then you get Banished Night Engvall, which is a pretty powerful summon, but you do need quite a bit FP to summon him. It's like 108 or something. But if you're playing a spellcaster and you want a big, strong front line, he's great. One last level up. But I don't know what to level up. Oh, more dexterity, I guess. Which I feel like I hate doing this just because it's not benefiting my damage right now with the weapon that I have right now. But it will eventually, so I need to just not worry about it. Now, this stream we've covered like the whole of this area through here. We will get to that soon. And then there's that dungeon in here that we will get to soon. Oops, and there's a slime. But for right now, I'm just going to hop up with this Spirit Spring. And we're going to hit one more location. Before I sign off for the day. And that is this artist shack. And it has our first painting, which is this little puzzle game in the game where if you find this location, you get an item. We're going to pick that up. and locate that later. But then there is also a little grace right here. And then next time we're gonna go through this region right here. This is Mistwood. We're gonna get that other map piece, get the Flask of Wondrous Physic, and hit more locations. And why is there a dragonfly? This is the problem with this architecture, man. You gotta put like walls up and stuff to keep bugs out. So yeah, we'll do that, and then also Stormhill on the northern part of Limgrave right up here. So that will be next time. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.